Hi everyone, I'm Courtney. This video is to help you learn English. Listen to learn new vocabulary. Today, I'm talking about the 4 different color energies. These are 4 different colors that represent different types of personalities that people have. I learned about the 4 different color energies at my job. There is a test that everyone at my company takes to determine which color energy someone leads with. So there are 4 different colors, and the colors are red, yellow, blue, and green. Yellow energy is sociable energy. Yellow energy is the type of energy that you'll notice in a room. People that lead with yellow energy like to talk a lot. They're often enthusiastic and outgoing. A lot of people with yellow energy are extroverted, although this isn't the case for everyone. The next color energy is green. Green is thoughtful energy. Green is caring about other people energy. Green is compassionate and understanding energy. Green people that lead with green energy, often try to include others in their decision making or include others in a group of people. They care a lot about making people feel included. Blue energy is logistical energy. Blue energy has to do with numbers and facts. People that lead with blue energy appreciate specific numbers, specific facts. They appreciate a well thought out plan. They appreciate evidence that supports an opinion. They appreciate brevity. They aren't people of many words, usually. The last color energy is red energy. Red energy is the energy of someone that wants to win. Red energy is the energy of a competitor. They are often very decisive. They like to be in charge. They like to lead. And they like to be very efficient. They don't want a lot of details. They just want to do things in the most efficient manner possible. These 4 color energies are broad categories that describe many different types of people. Just because someone leads with a certain energy doesn't mean that they don't also contain the other 3 energies. Everyone has some level of these 4 different energies that makes up their personality. For me, my color energies are as follows. I lead with yellow energy. My yellow energy is extremely high. Then, my next energy is green energy. My yellow and green energy are very similar. My yellow is a little bit higher than my green energy. Next, I have blue energy. My blue energy is a lot lower than my yellow and green energy. And finally, my red energy. I have almost no red energy usually. Usually, I have almost no red energy. The interesting thing about the color energies is that they show up in different situations in our lives. So, just because someone leads with one type of color energy doesn't mean that that color energy will dominate a specific situation. Actually, one interesting fact is that typically when a person is stressed, their opposite color energy is the dominant energy. However, this usually isn't a good thing. For example, each color energy has its benefits. It has its positive things associated with that color energy. But each color energy also has something negative, something that's a little bit of a disadvantage. And when people are stressed, typically their negative side of their opposite color energy starts to show in that situation. For example, my dominant color energy is yellow. The opposite color energy of yellow is red. When I am in a stressful situation, I turn into a person that doesn't want to listen to other people's opinions. I just want to be the most efficient as possible, and sometimes I might be a little bit aggressive, or I might have blinders on to what is actually happening in the situation. I just want to be efficient. I want to win. I want to move forward with whatever situation is happening. And it's very different from my typical demeanor. A demeanor of a person is their typical attitude, the typical way that they portray themselves. So my demeanor is generally positive and upbeat, and I like to socialize with other people. But when I'm in a stressful situation, I can become very non-talkative. I can become very, I can start to be very debative, and I can start to just be kind of closed off to people because I'm feeling some sort of turmoil inside of me, right? And so this is something interesting to know. Color energies not only tell us a lot about ourselves, but the part that I really like about color energies is they tell us a lot about how we can better interact with other people around us, especially those that are different from us in their color energies. For example, my husband leads with a lot of blue energy. Blue energy is calm, calculated, precise, relies on numbers and facts. Sometimes when my husband and I are having discussions or debates, I need to remember that he doesn't want to hear emotions-based reasoning. He wants to hear reasoning based on science, facts, and evidence. But in reverse, he needs to remember that I like to hear emotions-based reasoning. I like to hear reasoning based on past experience or surrounding other people's feelings, or I don't know. It's hard to describe. I think that color energies help us learn a lot about ourselves and a lot about other people and how we can all interact together peacefully and achieve success. One interesting thing I learned with color energies is something that I learned when they gave us examples of the way that the different color energies would typically write the same email. So they gave us all the same email written by the 4 different color energies. The yellow email was full of a lot of exclamation points and descriptive language and social norms. The email written by the person that led with blue energy had a lot of bullet points, lists, and numbers. The red email was extremely short. It was almost as short as it possibly could be. And the green email had a lot of words that were asking if things were okay. A lot of questions asking if the idea that they proposed in the email sounded good to the other person. So it was really interesting to see the 4 different ways that the same email could be written. I'm curious, have you done any personality test about the 4 different color energies? If you have, write it in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. I'm Courtney. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want 4 free audio comprehension tests delivered every week to you, then you can check out the link in the description where you can sign up to join the channel for $1 a month and receive these free weekly comprehension tests. Thanks so much for listening. I'll see you later. Bye!